to dive into the current transits and how they're showing up for me. This is really valuable information because this is going to show up for everyone differently. Like my friend is a Sagittarius rising and she's experiencing this shift with Pluto and Mercury being together, and the moon is on it right now. Like, let's look at it. She's experiencing the shift in a completely different way than I am because she's a different rising sign. But so as you can see, the moon is on Mercury right now and it just went over Pluto. So this was a kind of fast transit. Mercury and the moon both move really fast. The moon being the faster of the two. But the fact that Venus is joining Mars now and that this energy over Pluto has been there, it's just like a very big push for us to transform, especially if you have any fixed sign placements in early degrees. So I was literally just talking to my friend about this and I got so much revelation around what I'm experiencing right now because of this. What I realized is I have Jupiter in Scorpio I think it's at 9 degrees, and because this Mercury moon stuff is squaring it and Jupiter is opposing my Jupiter right now, like there's so much pressure and like conflict and tension around expansion. Jupiter rules expansion, and how are you really choosing to align with your abundance, right? Your larger, like whatever sign and area of life you have Jupiter in, that's the area of life you're meant to cultivate a larger than life perspective around and really shift your belief systems there in that area and with the energy of what that sign is. So for me, it's in my second house and it's in Scorpio, which is transforming my money, my finances. I talked about this last week in the video I did in here, the Pluto and Aquarius one. But I'm in the middle of a move right now. And last week I didn't know what was going on with that. I had seen some places, but I had still was waiting to hear back from the people. And I got the call on Sunday that I was approved for the place that I really, really wanted. So I'm really excited. But there's all of this pressure coming up around that now that it's like a secure thing and I signed the lease and everything and I'm moving in on the 21st. There's all of this new pressure that's coming up around expanding in my finances to furnish the place and to really cultivate this sense of home there. And I'm getting really into interior design, and there's just no wonder because all of this Aquarius stuff is in my 5th house, which is the house of creative passions. And this is a very new creative passion that I've cultivated over the last year since Pluto first moved into Aquarius, is interior design and decorating. And I did it with this home. Like I really put so much intention and creative energy into designing the home that I'm in now. And now that I'm expanding, it's coming up again. And it's like, okay, wow, this is going to be quite an investment. So that's how it's showing up for me, because Mercury and the moon and Pluto are squaring my Jupiter in the 2nd house and my 5th house. Does that make sense? And then there's still that kind of like Mars Venus energy in Capricorn. We still have residually left over that's bringing up some of the themes that we just experienced when Pluto was there. And for me, that's in my home. So literally a new physical home, Mars and Venus in my 4th house in Capricorn, bringing up a new passion and a new way to express my creativity. 5th house, everything that's in Aquarius in my 5th house, in conflict with my 2nd house, having the finances to invest in this new home and completely furnish it myself. So this is just such an interesting thing that I was like, wow, it feels like we're all going through some sort of thing like that. And like I was mentioning, my friend is a Sagittarius rising. So for her, it's happening in her communication and her work life. That was the revelation around the current transits and how they're bringing up this transition and this really, there's like a word I've been trying to find around this all day, but it's really like a forcing you to expand. And it's showing up through a little bit of conflict and challenges. That's what squares bring to us, our conflict and challenges. But ultimately, it helps us to grow and evolve and align with what's better for us than what we were in.